marching on together. We're gonna see you break.
Hello guys, David here and welcome back to episode number 11 of Whites on the Rise. We're into a brand new season. Yes, I have gone very deep into this save offline since you were last with us. So we had that unfortunate 2-1 overturned defeat against Chelsea in the FA Cup. We are now fresh into season number 2. We are ready for the first game against Arsenal, which I will show you today. However, before we get into that, what I wanted to do is just show you guys what had happened since you were last with us. We'll start with the schedule. So we'll go back to last year. Let's scroll right the way down to when we played Chelsea, which was here. So you can see we lost that game 2-1, as you would have seen from episode number 10. And then we had a really decent run of form. We were really good towards the end of the season. As you can see, scoring a decent amount of goals and not conceding too many either. Although we didn't start that off particularly well. So first game we played was against Burnley. I'm not going to go through every single one of these, but I'll pick out the ones I can recall quite nicely. This one was an absolute farce from a refereeing point of view. As you can see, 2 goals from James Tarkowski in the last 2 minutes of the first half. Can I just point out that these were scored in the 45 plus 2 and 45 plus 5. There was only 2 minutes added on. Like, it's an absolute joke how they managed to get those. We then clawed it all the way back to 3-2, and then Ashley Barnes and Chris Wood scored with 10 minutes left, and I was really annoyed. The long and short of that game, the long and short of that match is that it was actually really pivotal in terms of our fight for continental football, which I'll come back to in a second. Other wins include wins against Wolves, which was good. Obviously, we beat Aston Villa, as you can see there. 2-2 draw with Arsenal, followed up by 2 more wins against Southampton and Fulham, and then we just bottled it on the final day of the season. To be completely honest, I didn't mean to double click into there, but we were prime position for 7th place in the league and Europa League football this season. And yeah, we lost on the final day against Everton at home 3-0. I think it was 3-0 before it was even half time. Yeah, just didn't do anything. It was between us, Wolves, and Tottenham. And if I go back to last year's table, you can see we ended up finishing 8th. In fact, actually, yeah, we would have got Europa League football. We went down goal difference. Tottenham and Wolves actually played each other on the final day as well. All we needed to do was draw and we'd have been fine, but instead we just bottled it on the final day, which is really annoying. But yeah, the reason why I didn't do any of those games is because nothing else was going to happen. It was just literally play out the season. I was going to do a transfer special, but again, I didn't really see the point. There was going to be no significant benefit to be doing it. So without any further ado, before we get into the Arsenal game, let me just show you what's been happening, because it's been a busy summer. Club-wise, if we talk infrastructure really quickly, we have improved our youth level. We're in the process of improving our youth and training facilities as well. And the squad has changed quite a bit as well. I'll show you the starting 11 in a minute for today's game, but I just want to show you guys the changes we've made in the squad this season. We've got about 40 million to spend and an extra sort of 150, 200k wages to get around with. We'll go with the outgoings first. As I think you guys would have expected, there's quite a bit of deadwood in the squad. We sent a lot of it out on loan last year, but I wanted to try and trim the squad down quite a bit as well, whilst injecting it with a bit of extra talent and some potential. So Kiko Kasir went to Krasnodar for 1.5 million. I really wanted to sell him for more, but no one really wanted to come in for him. Lazio wanted to, but I just wanted him out of the club, to be honest. So yeah, he's sold, got a big old wage off the budget. Tremoni's gone out on loan to MK Dons. Again, I'm not going to go through every single one of these. Adam Forshaw left on a permanent deal to Derby County. He was going to leave regardless anyway. Couple of extra other ones as well. Alioski has gone to Nantes for 4.2 million. The fans weren't particularly impressed, but he wasn't getting enough game time. And when Nantes came in with that sort of deal, I was like, bit of a no-brainer. Might as well make a bit of cash off of him. One disappointing one is Charlie Allen, one of our pretty promising youth prospects, has gone to Everton. That I couldn't get in the way of the board on that one, which was really annoying. They just took the deal out of my hands, which was a little bit annoying. J. Roy Grott, I'm amazed I got 2.8 million for him. He had a really good season at Charlton, to be fair, but he's never going to get in the squad. So he's gone, as has Lauren de Bock. Again, how we've got 2 million for someone who had a shocking season at wherever he was last year. I can't remember the name of the club he was at. Zulte, however you pronounce it, a shocking season. How we've shipped him on for a profit compared to when we bought him is beyond me, but I'll take it. Anyone else? Let's have a look. Harrison Mayo, left goalkeeper, he's gone out on a permanent deal to Bristol City. Mateusz Klich has gone. We've got too much in the centre of the park now. He was the oldest and the one who wasn't likely to improve, so he's gone to Newcastle for 6.25 million. Now Championship Newcastle. I hope he does well there. He didn't play anywhere near enough games for us last season. Although when he did play well, arguably. Just didn't really. Yeah, there was too many in the squad, so he just had to go, unfortunately. And then McCalmont and Temeshukov both gone out on loan. Temeshukov I need to keep an eye on because he's going to be a very, very tidy player going forwards, hopefully. Oh, and breathe. And then the incomings. We'll go in the order they came in. The first one, I had to buy this guy. This is part of the reason why Klitsch actually left. So we've brought in Ryan Gravenberch in from Ajax for 25 million. Look, FM20 is only going on for the next month. I've never managed this guy, but I see he's such a good player in Football Manager. I had to bring him in, and looking at his stats now, considering he's 18 years old, I'm so excited to play with him in this squad. He's going to be playing as a Mazzala in this role. I've had a couple of suggestions in terms of tactics and the way that he can play alongside Shackleton and Vasiliadis and those sorts of players. The plan is to start him and Shackleton in the centre of the park and have Shackleton as the advanced playmaker and Gravenberch in as the Mazzala, but he's going to play a more of a supporting role. But as you can see, he's going to do everything like that anyway. I wanted to try and get him in as a box-to-box midfielder, but his tackling, even as a Mazzala, is not the best. Kind of risking it a little bit there, but we'll find a balance as we go through. Juan Musso, we brought him in from Udinese. He's going to be our starting keeper, albeit not in the squad today because he's injured. He was a replacement for Kiko Casilla, who's obviously 33 at this stage. Roberts come in on loan from City, just a bit of strength and depth on the wings. David Juncker has come in from, where do we bring him in from? Celta de Vigo. Again, he looks like a nice utility option on the left-hand side, which was a nice one to have. We did actually nearly sell Jamal Lewis for 35 million to Arsenal. It was all agreed. West Ham came in with the same bid as well, but he actually turned down contracts, so he's not going to go anywhere. He's with the club still. Alejandro Pozzo, he's coming in on the wing again, just to add some extra options. Obviously, with Alioski moving on, we do lose an option on the wing. He's an option who I could potentially look at bringing in permanently as well. So we'll see how he gets on. You can see, pretty decent looking player at the moment. Bonswell, he came in from Leipzig. He's actually already gone out on loan. He's just a backup left back option. He looks okay at the moment, but does have some decent capability to improve, which is good. So bring him in. He was really, really cheap, so I thought, why not? This one I'm really excited about. Giovanni Reina, we managed to bring in from Borussia Dortmund. He is a player I've managed on Football Manager before with Leeds, funnily enough, and he is just a filthy good player in this game. He's 17 years old, and look at those stats already. He is only going to improve. The only downside to this deal is the fact that I foolishly left in a promise that I would play him in his preferred role of shadow striker, which is a little bit annoying. I'm going to have to just try and grin and bear that for the foreseeable future, get that over the line, and then leave from there. But the good thing is he's homegrown in nation as well because he's declared English. So I'm pretty sure he's declared. Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe not. Oops. Oh, well, he'll be fine. He's young enough to get that chance with us anyway, so that's the main thing. We actually beat Paris Saint-Germain to that signing, which is awesome. Per Schurz, he's come in as well. We had the option of between him and Skodran Mustafi from Arsenal. It was obvious we were going to go for this guy. Young player, ball player and defender. Loads of potential. Again, I've managed him before. He looks like a good option. We probably overpaid for him at 10 million, to be honest, but I needed an option in to come in as backup because we're struggling for depth in the centre half position. We've now got 4 players who can come in and do a job there. And then Brandon Pierrick, he literally got brought in by my head of youth development. Don't know much about him. Looks like an alright option. Anyway, that's enough because this is going to go into like a 20-minute video if I'm not careful. Don't click on the staff screen, you fool. That needs improving. This is going to be the team that is going to go up against Arsenal in the first game of the season. Is not, because I just remembered I need to make one more change. But anyway, where were we? So the team we're going to put in to play today against Arsenal is going to be Meslier in goal because, as I mentioned, Musso is out with a slight knock. So we're going to give Musso the rest for this one. Meslier is going to come in and play in goal. We've got Lewis, Kempf, Koch and Gotts, a fairly kind of standard back 4 I think you'd come to expect now. I'm going to play Koch in his more familiar position just because we're against a decent team like Arsenal. Phillips in at the base of the midfield, as I said. Shackleton and Gravenberch playing on the left. In fact, I need to flip them round. He needs to do this. And then he needs to do that. Because I need to put him on the side of what I would arguably say is the weaker defensive fullback there. Helder Costa, Roberts on the other side, and then Rodrigo up top. We've got the likes of Reina, Shores, Vasiliadis, and co. all on the bench who can come in and do a job. So fingers crossed it goes okay. We have got another squad in there. Oh, I need to sort out squad numbers, do I? Fine, okie dokie. Forgot about that. Let's just do auto on there. 18 and 19, cool. So yeah, we've had a really shocking preseason, to be honest. We went on a preseason tour of America and drew every single game, either 1-1 or 0-0. We followed that up with 2 wins against Larne, who are a Northern Irish team, I think, and Vitória Guimarães, Portuguese team, beat them 6-3. So yeah, don't know why I'm telling you about preseason. You don't care about that. You're interested in seeing how we get on against Arsenal in this game. Just to kind of follow up on the last video, like I say, I think to be honest, I think the general kind of expectation or hope for this save, call it a goal, whatever you want to call it, is Rodrigo's a chance, just nailed it over at the front post, is to win a trophy of some description. I think what I'm going to do, just in the instance of trying to do this quicker, obviously if we continue deep into cup competitions, you'll continue to see those. But what I'll do is I'll continue to play through the save. I'm obviously just going to do less games earlier on in the season whilst we get into the swing of things. But the plan will be is to show you as many important cup games as possible. So if I get deep into the FA Cup, we'll do that. If we get deep into the Carabao Cup, we'll do stuff like that as well. And then if we go out of all of the cups like we did last year, I'll just go to the end of the season and just do the same thing I've done this time because I'm conscious I don't want to leave you guys waiting too long with episodes of games that just aren't arguably very important. Is the complete honesty, and that's a shocking bit of goalkeeping from what I saw from Meslier there. I'm pretty sure that went down to the left of the goal, but then went into the right. Let's watch this again. So I've done so much talking, I don't actually know what happened. That is absolutely abysmal from Meslier. That he was actually going to be my first choice keeper going into this season as well. But I found Musso on a cheapish deal. I think it was 7.5 million in the end, and I thought, you know what, it looks like a good option. We'll give him a go. But anyway, let's talk about the game. Shackleton plays the ball into Patrick Roberts, takes a shot, saved by the keeper, drops to Costa, to Lewis. He's going to whip a ball in. He is. Ooh. Patrick Roberts was lurking there, but Kieran Tierney managed to get his foot in the way. Patrick Roberts is going to take the corner now. Puts the ball in, nearly drops to Rodrigo. I've got to remember squad numbers again now. Most of the actual Leeds players are in the squad numbers they'd normally be, which is quite easy. So Phillips being 23, Shackleton 46, and etc. But the new players aren't. So I've just got to try and remember which ones they are. Kempf on the ball now. Shackleton plays a lovely ball forwards. Roberts going to get onto this. He's going to whip a ball into Rodrigo at the near post. It's penalty? I mean, that looked a little bit dodgy. It looked like the defender went through him there. I don't know. But yeah, not the best start to this game, I suppose. We've arguably had the lion's share of the chances. Rodrigo with a chance in the corner, and it's 2-0. It's 1-1. Kieran Tierney picks up a knock in the process. Rodrigo's got a chance there. He actually finished our joint top scorer alongside Usama Idrissi last year, who, for the record, is out suspended in this game. I didn't realise he was. Yes, I did, because he got sent off for a horrific two-footed lunge in the game against Southampton, which we won 3-2, if I remember correctly, which is disgraceful, shocking, just not good enough really. But anyway, Helder Costa's on the ball, tries to chuck a ball forwards to Rodrigo, doesn't manage to get it anywhere. I think number 8 is Gravenberch, if I'm not mistaken. Not really seen much from him yet. We had, again, the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool and co were all kind of sniffing around him, so quite impressed he managed to get that one in. We're not really doing a huge amount defensively here. It's dropped to Aubameyang, and Kempf has finally managed to get in and get rid of the ball. That was not the most impressive defending you'll ever see. He didn't fill me with confidence. But like I said, although the stats suggest we've not played as well, I would say we've probably had the better chances. That's just my opinion. You're more than welcome to let me know in the comments if you disagree, which you probably do. But anyway, going up to half time, looks like it's going to end 1-1, which it does. I noticed that Man United beat Tottenham 5-0 on the first day of the season, which is impressive. You got nothing to lose. Let's go with that, 'cause we are massively underdogs still. Also, I probably should mention this. If I remember at the end of this video, I'll show you it. But the season preview is massively negative towards us. I don't really know why, because I would suggest we've got rid of some people that we didn't necessarily need, and we've improved the squad. So how we're now, I think, 16th in the preseason. Oh no, is that offside? Looked slightly off actually. Oh, it is. Yes, it is. I would argue that we are probably stronger than we were before. That's my opinion. We've strengthened in the areas we needed to. We've got some strength in depth. Somehow we're 16th and we're or might even be 17th. I think we're 850 to 1 to win the league, which is stupid considering at the start of this year we were 350 to 1 if I remember correctly, and like 13th mid-table. Really weird. Don't fully understand it. But yeah, I'm certainly thinking that we've had the better game here. I think we deserve a bit more. Helder Costa is not really offering a huge amount. I'm gonna bring on. Oh, I don't know what to do. I am gonna bring on Rayner actually. Pretty sure he's right-footed if my memory serves me correctly. He is right-footed, which is fine. He's going to be disappointed he's not playing in his familiar position, but the guy needs a bit of a run out. So why not give it to him now? Seems like the sensible decision. I'm also going to bring on Vasiliadis instead of Gravenberch just to be a bit more of an anchor in the midfield. Let's do it like that. There we go. Birch hasn't set the world on fire yet, which is fine. He's got plenty of time to do that. And I'm sure he will. What I'm really pleased about is the fact that Robbie Gotts has played so much time at right back now. He's now a natural complete wing back, which is wonderful. I've always wanted to try and play with a complete wing back, and now I can, which is sweet. Right, come on. Last 15 minutes. Ask for some creativity. Stats aren't massively in our favour, but we've played all right. I'll take a draw, to be honest. I'll be happy with that. I think we're going to make our final change now. Not that I know what it's going to be. I suppose Gelhart could come on, maybe. Do we switch up the formation even? That's not a bad idea. Because I have got this 4-4-2 diamond narrow that I can play around with. So Rayner can actually go in his preferred role. Roberts is going to be the one I was going to bring off anyway. And then these two can switch around. And then, what does the Carrilero do? Carrilero? The hell does that mean? Okay, well, I suppose I can get Vasiliadis doing that. Let's just switch them around. Because he can play as a Mazzala, or our baby Shaq. And he can probably do that. And then we'll play him as a ball winning midfielder. I'm making this up as I go along. Tactics are not my strong point in FM. I cannot stress that enough. Jamal Lewis is having an absolute blinder of a game. I've only just noticed that. I'm going to go attack him for the last few minutes. See if we can get a snap. I can't speak. Snap a goal, steal a goal. That steal's probably the right word, isn't it? This video's gone on for far too long. Anyway, 3 minutes of added time. Looks like it's going to just end as it is. The formation change hasn't offered anything. Rayner, again, like Gravenberch, has not come on to set the world on fire. He's actually arguably one of the worst players on the pitch, which is a shame, but we'll take a 1-1 draw against a decent team in the form of Arsenal. Like I say, considering we are significant underdogs, I'll take that. Not the end of the world. And there you go. First game of the season all done. You've arguably seen our best team as well. There's probably a couple of changes. The likes of Pozzo can come in. Obviously, Idrissi being suspended. If I just show you the size of the squad now as well. No, that's not the right screen, David. Come on. As you can see, we've got quite a few options further down the field. In fact, let's do my old unavailable trick. Let me know exactly how much you've got. There we go. And another player we have got on the way in is Eric Botime. Don't really know how you say it. Coming in from Rosenborg. Yeah, it looks like a decent option. Again, he might go out on loan. It might spell the end of someone like Patrick Bamford. I don't know. I honestly am not too sure. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it from me. Next game will be some point soon. I don't know exactly when. Like I said in the last episode, I'm not going to continue to tell you guys which videos I'm going to do, because otherwise I won't get through these quick enough. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it from me this episode. Apologies, it's been a little bit longer than they would normally be. Obviously, I had to do the whole kind of conflab as to what's happened since you were last with us, which took a little bit longer. But anyway, guys, my name's been David. Thank you very much for watching as always. If you have enjoyed this video, then make sure you hit that like button. That'd be very much appreciated and would be sweet. If you're new to this channel, it's the first time you watched a video, then make sure you subscribe. So you've got these two series that are on the way at the moment. So we've got this one with Leeds and one with Newell's on the channel. They are going to continue on until FM21 comes out of the beta, but you'll be able to see all of the good stuff on there as well. Make sure you go and check out the channel trailer if you haven't for what I'm going to be doing for FM21. And as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of our transfer business? Have we got in the right players? Have we removed the right players? Is there any other areas in the squad where you feel we could strengthen in the future? But anyway, guys, that's going to be it from me. My name's been David. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.
Marching on together.